was watching the news and I was shocked that the suspect in that shooting in Midtown, I believe it was on Park Avenue. I'm guessing it's around the 50s, somewhere around there. But I was shocked that it was a black man. And, well, at least for now, the main suspect seems to be a black man who mysteriously shot himself and deleted himself from off the planet of this earth. It's always weird how these guys, they delete themselves, which is also suspect. I don't know if these things are planned out. Are they trying to create such a stir that people get rid of their arms? And that's not happening. These white militias, they see where this country is going, and they see black people as porch M to the ONKEY. I hope I spelled that right. But that's how they see you, and as savages. They're not stupid. They see where this country is going. And I've been saying this for over a decade, that black people, you're not ready. You're not ready. You're ready as rappers. You're ready as football players and baseball players, boxers. But to be organized and to defend yourselves, you're only good at that as far as killing each other or getting overly emotional. That's what you're good at. And I don't mean that to hurt your feelings, but judging from your track record, this is what I see. You talk a good one, but outside of that, it's a whole different story, man. Whole different story. And I hate to be that way, but you know, that's the God honest truth. NYPD released photos of Manhattan's gunman's weapon. I don't know. I don't think it's the AR. But it says photo released by the New York City Police Department shows the assault rifle 27-year-old Shane Devon Tamura used to fatally shoot 4 people, including a police officer, and wound one before killing himself in Midtown Manhattan yesterday. This was on Park Avenue. I'm guessing around 50th Street. The rifle was assembled by Tamura using a lower receiver purchased by an associate, according to New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch. I think this was a personal issue, man. Obviously, they have a picture of him. They had a great picture of him walking into the building, armed. They don't have that picture here now, but it was a crazy picture. But my point, not sidetracking from where I was going, is that these white folks, they see where this country is going. President Donald Trump says New York City shooting is a terrible thing. This is where the country is going. It's a terrible thing. Obviously, I put out a statement. It's so bad, so sad to see. He's a lunatic. And we just have to stop it. These people come in. You never want to see a thing like that happen. You know, so the point I'm trying to make is that, there will be a race wars. I believe personally, there will be race wars, and these shootings will escalate as time go on. This is what I believe. Let me see if my set up properly here. There will be a race wars. I believe personally. I believe there will be race wars
as time goes on.
And
hold on one second.
people are afraid. Not only are people afraid, they don't know where the future of this country is going. Not only are they confused and fearful, but they're weak. A lot of people, let's face it, the majority of the public are weak. But the militias, they're not weak. The militias, they're not weak. They know what the hell is going on. We see this thing coming out with Trump. He at first seemed to be protecting someone. Now, clearly he's protecting himself from being exposed on that list, on that dirty list, as far as Sex Island is concerned. Yeah, he's on the list. He's definitely on the list. Just mess with my volume a minute here. So what do? We don't have no faith and confidence in the government. You would be a fool to have faith and confidence in this current government. This is the Most High. The Most High, he's exposing what this government is really about, and he's showing his power. The Most High, that is. I love it. I absolutely love it. What do guns mean to extremists? It means a lot. They constantly coming out with stories trying to disarm certain people and take away their rights to bear arms. I believe it's a Second Amendment right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nonetheless, these people are not dumb. They are not getting rid of their guns. Because they see the lunatics that run this asylum, America, this peanut factory, America. They see that they have lost control of the company. Their appetite for little girls and, in certain cases, little boys is out of control. This is what this Jeff Epstein thing is about. They said the man hung himself, yet his neck was broken into 3 different places. The footage, as far as the jail cell, is missing 1 full minute of recording. And mysteriously, his cellmate was removed out of the cell, so they say. Maybe I'm wrong, but so they say. He just happened to be removed out of his cell. On top of that, security or the guards or the COs fell asleep. They fell asleep. Where did all this money come from that went into Jeff Epstein's pockets? Where did it come from? Who were the donors and who were the contributors to Sex Island? And what important names are on that list? See, the white militias, they see these things. They're not stupid, and they see how savage America has become. And they're preparing. They're preparing for the fall of America. And us who are in the faith, who are in the fold, we are preparing for the fall of America as well. Yes. They see what the hell is going on. And I can't blame them. If I was a Caucasian, so-called white man, I would be on my A game too. I would definitely be on my A game. It says during the last weekend in June, a group of Proud Boys showed up to a protest at a drag queen story hour event at a library in Sparks, Nevada. How many of you support drag queen story hour? How many of you support that? I'm gonna shock you. A lot of blacks and Hispanics who are diehard Christians, I'm not talking about Israelites, who are diehard Christians, have conservative values because the Bible predominantly is structured off of conservative values. Prove me wrong. The Bible forbids same-sex unions. The Bible forbids feminism. The Bible forbids stealing and robbing. The Bible forbids a lot of things that this country supports in wickedness. So the Proud Boys, they're not in support of Drag Queen Story Hour. If you are a sincere believer in Christ, you would not be in support of Drag Queen Story Hour. You would not be supporting that. You would not be in favor of that. Says, as the demonstration ended, one of the protesters approached the library with a gun. With a gun, prompting bystanders to run for cover. You see where this is going? You see where this country is going? A lot of so-called white people, they are not in support of same-sex unions, Drag Queen Story Hour, and feminism and the things that are transpiring in this country as I speak. This could have got very ugly. And I'm telling you, at some point, it will get very ugly when the left, with green hair and pink hair and fruity behavior, if you know what I mean, clash with these conservatives carrying AR-15s. Not only will there be a race war, there's going to be a civil war at some point. How far can this go? How long do you think this is going to go down the line? People are very upset, but people are very afraid. People are very angry, but people are less secure these days in this country. And not just this country, it's all over the world. My Lord, my God, in the Bible says he will punish the world for their evil. And the hypocrite and the liars. This is what my book says. So now if you believe in the book, and even people outside of the fold believe in the book, they know that this judgment will come. And God will flex. Bottom line, he will flex, bottom line. So it says a month later, protesters with the anti-abortion group, that's another thing that God is against, and so-called Europeans or so-called white people, a lot of them are against abortion. Some support abortion, but a lot are against abortion, die hard. This anti-abortion group Operation Save America were arrested after trying to infiltrate. They were trying to infiltrate a Planned Parenthood in Nashville, Tennessee. One of them had a handgun. See, guns involved again. Guns and extremism have been long intertwined in America. Over the last decade, firearms have surpassed explosives as as the weapon of choice for domestic extremists, with shootings accounting for 75% of the killings by far-right anti-Semitic extremists, according to a June report from the Anti-Defamation League. Figures they are involved. I'm just simply trying to make a point that white people have a problem. They have a serious problem on the table. Do we get rid of our guns or do we keep our guns? And white people are not getting rid of their guns because they see how corrupt and evil and wicked this country is, starting today with the Jeff Epstein situation. Do you know how many people are probably on that list? How many politicians are on that list visiting Sex Island back and forth who have been bribed or blackmailed? Do you know how many people who are government officials who have traveled back and forth to Sex Island and laid down with little boys and little girls, little freaks, or big freaks in this case, adult freaks? Do you know how this country would turn upside down if that list was to open up to the public and you seen a George Bush on that list? You seen, or you would, if you saw a Rockefeller or Rothschild on that list, or Kennedy, or Bill Clinton, who has been to the island numerous times, or a Donald Trump, or Joe Biden, or Joe Biden's son sniffing cocaine, or a group of them sniffing cocaine in a circle of little girls. Could you imagine if that got out? How devastating that would be to this country. I saw a report, they were saying it would be so devastating that they're forbidding the list to come out. They saying it would destroy the country because the country couldn't run. That's how many people of importance are on that list. Could you imagine? Insane, right? Absolutely insane. Militias challenge gun laws in Virginia. It's about shooting tyrants in the face. Who are the tyrants they talking about? When do they got sound? Let me see.
Hunter Allen is a member of the Virginia Citizens Defense League, a hardline gun group focused on opposing gun legislation.
I go to Richmond, Virginia, to our capital, to the legislative building there. We go in, we break into teams, and then we talk about the things that are important to us.
Awesome. Come on over here. We'll do a little brief. So this is Team 8, everybody. So thanks for being a part of our team. We have an 8:30 appointment, 9, 8:45, 9. Every 15 minutes we have appointments. So we just need to make sure that we hit all of them. Hi, Delegate.
Gentlemen, you guys doing fine today?
Good. I'm Hunter Allen. I'm actually one of your constituents, Big Island, Virginia.
Big Island,
Big
great
Island.
place to be from. Yeah, God bless you.
We have all of our support bills that we support, all the ones that we oppose, strongly oppose. 91 counties.
See, they've been battling with this for years, man. Years and years they've been battling with this. They trying to get rid of the rights to bear arms or reduce the arms to maybe less powerful weapons such as the AR-15s, less powerful weapons such as the the AK-47s and M16s. They want to lower the firepower or the strength to fight back if the government or the powers that be in the government government becomes tyrants. They see that. They see socialism on the rise. They see that. They see fascism on the rise. So you're not going to go up against American militias with a handgun. You need big weapons. You need to be able to push back. And that's a major problem. It's a serious problem. You understand what I'm saying? Very serious. So this is not going to go away. People think this is going to go away. You're insane if you think this is just going to go away. I'm going to show you why it's not going to go away. Check this out. Let me just get this real quick. Right here. Check this out.
5 have been charged so far in the brutal mob beatdown of 3 adults in downtown Cincinnati. Police releasing the names of 2 suspects who were arrested today. Others, they don't know where they are. 34-year-old Montianez Merriweather and 24-year-old Dekira Vernon, both charged with felonious assault and aggravated rioting. Look, this was depraved and vicious. Anyone who watched this hideous video would agree. Of course, I warn you, it's graphic.
What do you think goes through white militias' minds as they watch this? Do you think, number one, they're going to respect these young black men and women as fellow Americans or animals? Do you think that these white militias feel they can reason and reach some point of humanity with these young black men and women? Or are they ready to just put them down? So you got to view the situation from the eyes of white people and what they have lost in their little racist minds, and where do they think the government and the country is going in their little racist minds. You got to look at it from that perspective. Then you got to look at it from a black perspective. You got to look at it in terms of, are these young black men and women the future, and are they going to defend black people? Do they get along with each other, or do they act beastly towards each other? Do they have enough common sense to realize just how dangerous this is? Now, I didn't see the whole video. Maybe these white people started this. They have a tendency to get stupid at times. But I've learned one thing, and I'm going to stick with it. I don't believe nothing till I get the full story, or I see video footage from the beginning in situations like this. Because in a lot of cases, black people are wrong. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, black people are dead wrong, overly emotional, savage, and out of control. And that's because their parents, mainly black women, are emotional, out of control, and savage, and they pass that along to the children. I'm not saying all, but in a lot of cases, that's what it is. And if that's the case, are you going to stand behind these particular black men and women, young black men and women? Are you going to stand behind them? Are you going to support this behavior? Or are you going to use wisdom and prepare for the execution of these young black men and women and pick up your own arms and fight back? And even within that, are you going to be functioning off of the spirit of wisdom and righteousness in the Most High? So you can't go to war and the Most High is not behind you. You cannot fight and win if the Most High is not behind you. The Most High has to be behind you. The Most High has to be guiding you. And the Most High has to support your actions. In this case, the Most High is not supporting this. In this case, they will be killing each other and doing these same acts. The same acts you're witnessing on these white people, they will be doing this to each other the following weekend or Labor Day weekend. We're going to follow what happens in Chicago this Labor Day weekend. They won't be attacking white people. They will be killing each other. So are you willing to support these young black men and women, considering the mindset they're in? Because I'm telling you, they are going to be put down, Most High's will, by these same militias, because the militias are watching this and they are attributing this to the future of America. Am I saying that's right? No, I'm not saying that's right. Because the same way you look at this, we got to look at Sex Island. We got to look at all the money that has been spent, all the money that has been stolen for decades. We got to look at that. We got to look at America, as big and great as she is in wickedness, that she's ran by thieves, murderers, and cutthroats. Bottom line, this whole thing is going to crash down.
This is animalistic. I mean, animals don't do this to each other.
Yeah, but the same animals that brought us here and raised us to be animals, what do you expect? They're animals themselves. They're just more sophisticated animals. And their beastly actions is just hid from the media. But these people are animals too. The Congress is full of animals. The Senate is full of animals. This country is ran by animals. Animals. So what do you expect? My point is that when the zoo door is open with all animals, when America crashes down, you have no choice but to use that M16, that AR, and that AK. You have no choice, because you are going to want to protect your family. You are going to want to protect your food. You are going to want to protect what's yours. And at some point, this country will fall. It will fall. The kids are out of control, not just black kids, but white kids, all kids. They say you can judge and base a nation on its children and the mindset of its children. America's children are the worst since the last 5 decades. The worst, absolute worst. The music is for the worst. The food is for the worst. The education is for the worst. And they eat it up. And the powers that be, the leadership, is feeding it to them. Feeding it to them. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You know, it didn't stop there. They stomped all over both of those men, and then one of the thugs smashed a woman to the ground. She fell flat on the pavement, unconscious.
He's out.
You can
Now, you think the militias are not looking at this?
hear people.
They're not looking at this
Laughing in the back.
and pissed the hell off and getting ready? And what are black people doing? Acting like total chimpanzees. Total chimpanzees. You think this is over? This is not over. This is happening all over the country, man. All over the country this is happening. All over. Meanwhile, we're partying and listening to dumb music, and we have no clue what's coming, man. No clue whatsoever as far as what's coming, man. So I hope you're prepared. I hope you're prepared. Those who are in the fold, meaning in the scriptures, I hope you're reading and you're getting ready for this thing that's going to come, man, because it's going to come. And most people don't believe it's going to come, but it's going to come because they think that America cannot get her ass kicked. America can get her ass kicked, man. Yes, she can. And it's coming. It's coming. Believe me, it's coming. And when it comes, man, the fear that's going to be in people's hearts, because then the government is not going to step in. It's every man for himself. And if you're not in a righteous spirit, and the spirit is not guiding you, just like the devil is guiding these misfits, you're going to die. You're going to die. Your pretty wife and your 6-year-old daughter may be viciously defiled, if you know what I mean, in front of you while you're tied up, or someone gun butts you to your head, and you watch your wife just be dominated. You watch a young daughter, 6, 8, 10 years old, just be dominated by savages. You don't believe that? Look at the history. This is nothing new. It's nothing new at all. You're just comfortable and you don't think it can happen, but it's going to happen. I'm just saying, man. I'm out.